rounds of the WCW Thunder TV title tournament. We've got 16 participants remaining, and we are going to decide who will be our TV champion. And also we'll be getting some tag teams that will be established as well. We've got 13 tag teams already established, as we've mentioned. I'll say them right now: Sanders, Keel, Leland Ma, Dave Hoffman, Jim Kelly, John Ardell and Don Nauert, Sick Boy and Raven, Sergeant and Starfish, Stingray and Sleep Deathbed, Steve Mongo, McMichael and Ric Flair, Vincent and the Giant, Claude Rains and Astronaut, Arn Anderson and Chris Benoit, and in the last video you saw Miss Elizabeth and Disciple, and Conan and Sting, and Psychosis and Kimberly all become tag teams. Ironically enough, we'll be seeing both Disciple and Sting in this round of 16, so they will be, and they're also the only two that will have rants. We will get to those when we get to them. But with that being said, let's go right into our round of 16. We'll start off with our first match, and it will be a Wacky versus an Inland Developer. Adam will be coming up first, and Adam will be taking on, from Inland, gonna take on Benji. Adam and Benji both still looking for partners. Benji is on run-ins for Zumi. That's the only one he can possibly get paired up with right now. We'll actually see Zumi in a little bit too. He's in the round of 16. Adam has done run-ins for Wireframe, Short Circuit, Bessie, Flapper. So there's a little bit more candidates for Adam than there is for Benji. Of course, follow along. Follow along in the link on Challenge up on the top. And right now on the link in the chat.
Kicking butt. Taking a beating. It's a surprise attack.
Who's running in to help out Adam? That is Devastating Derisas. Actually, helping out Benji is Devastating Derisas. Adam's going to get back in the ring. And Adam's going to not get back in the ring. Benji's going to win it because of Devastating Derisas. So one Inlander is in the round of 8, and I thought Adam was going to get the win by getting that weapon shot over and over again, but then the run-in from Devastating Derisas cost Adam the match. So unfortunately, one Wacky is down. It leaves a chance to another Wacky to try to survive, and that is Robot. And he will take on an NWO rep right as the Horseman because he's already got a partner, but he does have a rant.
When you step into the ring with me, you are gonna find out what it's like when I put the apocalypse and drop you.
Get to hear it again.
Head-scissors. The Frankensteiner. Frankensteiner!
Robot gets back in the ring. Disciple gets back in the ring.
Power bomb!
Robot's done run-ins for Short Circuit and Bobby.
The Frankensteiner! One. He kicked out. One. He kicked out. The Frankensteiner! One. He kicked out. Kicking back. The disciple is taking a beating. Power bomb. Vertical suplex.
There's Miss Elizabeth,
2, 3.
and it doesn't matter. Robot wins it. And Miss Elizabeth Disciple's tag team partner could not make the save. That means another wacky Benji will be facing in the round of 8. Now with that, we go from wackies versus developers versus wrestlers to WCW versus Flock. Mike Enos from WCW takes on Horace Boulder, one of 3 Flock members still in the tournament. Still trying to figure out where these images came from. I thought they would be on the pay-per-view, on the episodes of Thunder, but apparently not. They look like they're just a generic backdrop. It's just trying to figure out where those came from. They might have recorded some stuff randomly and just did it like this. I don't know. That was the rumor, and I think that rumor has more fruition than the other ones, at least were movies for guys like movies promos, and that was definitely obvious when I looked up the Jimmy Hart one. Because you can see on the screen, you can see the lettering of movies for guys like movies on the side. Enos is Randy for Chavo Guerrero.
The Frankensteiner. 1. He kicked out.
And Che. Horace has done run-ins for Van Hammer, Reese. Reese is still in. We'll be seeing him momentarily. Also, I gotta mention, we're also going to see Devastating Horizons did a run-in in Benji's match. He's actually going to be facing Reese in the last match of this round of 16.
Pile driver. He kicked out. Here comes Kidman.
And here comes Billy Kidman to help out Horace. Billy was also someone who made it to the round of, actually made it to the round of 32, but did not actually help out Horace. Kidman did help out Horace previously. Kidman was in the round of 32, but lost to Fit Finley. So we had a chance for 4 Flock members. That did not work out. We got 3 out of 4. Will anybody do a run-in for Enos? made it to the round of 16 in the Melee tournament, and unfortunately he's going to meet his demise here, as Horace will take a flock member into the round of 8. We enter our next match, and another match, but this time it's WCW versus Wolfpack. Kaz Hayashi was in the round of 16 in the US Heavyweight title tournament before losing to Eddie Guerrero. Can he have better luck here? Is he's going to take on Stinger, representing the Wolfpack, even though he's got a horseman because he's got a tag team partner, but he also has a rant.
This is the Stinger, and I'm in the mood for handing out more than just one Stinger death drop.
And as you notice, he has the TV title logo on his select, on the bottom right corner of his picture, and on, if you look on his little thumbnail, you can see the little belt on the bottom left side where it's flashing. He would like to keep that around his profile. Well, the first step he's got to do is got to beat Kaz Hayashi.
Frankensteiner! Backbreaker!
Kaz has done run-ins for British Bulldog, Bobby Heenan, Roddy Piper, and that's it.
One. He kicked out. Backbreaker. Head scissors. Head scissors.
And Sting will go on to the round of 8. He had that title belt in his hand. He would like to put that around his waist. He now has to go through 3 more matches to do so, as he will face Horace Boulder in the next round, the round of 8. After a couple of your top 64 talents in Thunder, we go back to Inland versus Wacky, as we have Zumi, who was one of those, the only one who had a first round bye and got to play in the second round, who advanced. British Bulldog and Dude Man were the others that did not have similar good fortune, and he will take on the Flapper. Flapper's run-ins were for Hoof-Hearted, as well as he did a run-in for Squire. Zumi has done run-ins for Gucci, Wrestling Mat, and that's it.
Power bomb. scissors. The Frankensteiner. Chicken butt. Off the turnbuckle. One. He kicks out. One. He kicks out. The Frankensteiner! Vertical suplex! Backbreaker! One! He kicked out! One! He kicked out! One! He kicked out! Backbreaker! The Frankensteiner! One! It's a surprise attack!
Bobby doing the run-in for Flapper.
Vertical suplex! Chicken butt! Head scissors!
Jamie the Learn doing a run-in for Zumi.
Taking a beating. Chicken butt. Taking a beating.
Flapper survives. Gets the count out. Zumi was not able to get up and get back in the ring. And so Flapper takes another wacky into the round of 8. We have Robot going the round of 8. Now Flapper goes to the round of 8. And now we get into an interesting match here, as it will be one of the faves of WrestleDev, Sonny Ono. WrestleDev, our very own DMPSX, that usually will be checking into this, but he's not here right now. He's rooting for Sonny Ono. He said on Blue Sky he wants Sonny Ono to go all the way. But I can tell you this, there are others, like Johnny Baghead, who notoriously called Lodi sweep in the Melee tournament, when Lodi did the run-in to help out Stevie Ray win that one. And now Lodi is in the round of 16, after his big victory over Hollywood Hogan in the round of 64, the second round. If you'd like to make it down to the round of 8, he's going to have to get past Sonny Ono. Lodi has yet to do any run-ins. He's had folks run in for him, but he has yet to run in for anybody else. Sonny Ono ran in for DDP, Tony Schiavone, and that's it. Lodi, our second block member, looking to try to join Horace Boulder in the round of 8.
The Frankensteiner! Backbreaker! Pile driver!
And Lodi's going to the round of 8. Sonny Ono takes the count-out loss. Unfortunately for WrestleSim, you won't get Sonny Ono going all the way. Fortunately for Johnny Baghead, Johnny Baghead, you got one more match for Lodi. And he's going to be taking on a Wacky in the next round to be facing the Flapper. As we go into our next match, and this match is a WCW in-fight. I don't think, amazingly, these two, I don't think I've ever faced each other one-on-one. I looked it up, and it's kind of odd that they never did. The Barbarian will take on Fit Finley. The commonly used stock music that you hear for Finley's theme. Finley actually only one of 2 wrestlers that are in this tournament right now in the round of 16 that have actually won the television title. I do believe Sting has also won the TV title. I'll have to go look it up though.
Backbreaker! 1. He kicked out. Steiner! Backbreaker!
Yes, Sting has won the TV title one time in his career. He won the title back in 1989, beating Mike Rotunda after he beat Mike Rotunda for the belt. It was actually when it was the NWA TV title, it wasn't the WCW. So, technically, Finlay is the only one that's actually won the WCW World Television title properly.
Head scissors! Head scissors! Barbarian breathing heavy! 1, 2, keep it down!
Barbarian has done run-ins for Rick Steiner, British Bulldog, Tony Schiavone. May need to call one soon. Biff Finley's done run-ins for Lee Marshall, Disco Inferno, Jimmy Hart, and that's it. Juventud Guerrera doing a run-in for Barbarian now.
Head scissors! Juventud in rare form. Head scissors!
Johnny Grunge doing a run-in for Finlay.
Head scissors! Chicken butt! Backbreaker!
So a couple of new potential partners for Barbarian or Finlay. Time running out, 15 seconds now. Finlay might get the win here. And he will.
Finlay wins!
Finlay advances on, so both of our TV champions will be in the round of 8. Sting and Finlay. And that brings us to our last of our round of 16 matches. And it will be Flock versus Inland Developer. As the third of our Flock members still in competition and looking to try to go 3 for 3 for the Flock because Lodi and Horace Boulder already have won, Reese is going to take on someone who was in our first match doing a run-in helping Benji defeat Adam, and that is Devastating Derisas. I know he would like to have Benji return the favor here and give himself a tag team partner, as well as to help Devastating Derisas into the round of 8. Devastating Derise has also done run-ins for Zumi. We just saw Zumi lose. Maybe we'll see Zumi come back and he'll become his tag team partner. Who knows? Reese has done run-ins for Lodi. We just saw Lodi win. Maybe Lodi will return the favor and do a run-in for Reese and establish a tag team. We'll find that out soon enough if that will be the case. It's a lot easier to have some of these participants establish your tag teams now instead of have to go through the establishment and seeing if they could be determining who will be teaming with who. Because that's where we will get to all the teams. That's where all the teams will be decided. If you watch, that will be a Twitch exclusive stream. So if you want to see that, you'll have to watch it on Twitch only. It will not be available on YouTube. I will probably do something, or maybe make a list of here's all your tag teams and maybe post it to YouTube or something like that, or maybe make an announcement, put a clip of that before the tag team title tournament actually kicks off. We'll see how things play out on that. Once again, Devastating Derises has Veal doing a run-in. Someone is actually bigger than Reese. Devastating Derises knew exactly the artillery to use to take on the big man, and he's got himself a bigger man. Fitting that Tony Schiavone would say that Reese needs some help because he's going to need it now, because the only way he's going to be able to stop this duo of Devastating Derises and Veal. And he does get help in the form of Scotty Riggs. And Reese wins. So that's 3 for 3 for our flock members, as Reese will go on to the round of 8. And that will lead us into the round of 8. Who is going to be left? And we're going to start off, once again, we just saw an inland versus, we've been seeing this being kind of being the ongoing theme, and it's inland versus wacky. And once again, we've got ourselves another one, as we saw Benji, who beat a wacky in the form of Adam in the first round, thanks to Devastating Derisas, who just lost. And he will take on, from the Wacky Brigade, that is the one and only Robot.
It's a surprise attack!
We've got a run in. Benji's getting help from Gucci. Another potential partner. Unfortunately, not going to be helping him get himself attacking here because, well, Gucci's been eliminated.
It's a surprise attack.
Cowboy doing a run-in for Robot.
Kick and bust.
Another one who's been eliminated from the tournament. His potential partner has been established. Gonna get down to the wire, testing the mic. He's gonna be the difference maker. And Benji wins it. Benji takes down another wacky and goes to the final four. He took down Adam, now he takes down Robot and advances. And he will await the winner of the next match with Flock versus NWO Wolfpack. Our 3 Flock members went 3 for 3 in the round of 16, and now Horace Boulder has the only one who's looking for a partner. Stinger is the only one who has a partner already in the form of Conan. And of course being the one who's holding that TV title belt. Sting made it to the round of 16 in the Melee tournament before losing to Chris Canyon. Horace notoriously got beat by Hoof-Hearted in the first round, and now both of them are in the round of 8 here. They didn't have good showings in the previous other 2 tournaments for the World or the US Heavyweight titles, so kind of interesting that they're doing good here. Especially Sting, who's the only holding that TV title logo. Hogan didn't have that luck in the World title. Bret Hart didn't have that luck in the US title. Sting so far hanging in there.
Power bomb.
So now we are only down to 1 wacky left, and that's Flapper. We still have so far, seeing Wolfpack here, we have Flock obviously, and 1 WCW left, and that's Fit Finlay. So you have 3 Flock members, 1 wacky, 1 Inland as we just saw Benji win, and 1 Wolfpack member still in. Ironically, the Flapper, the WCW participant, and the Inland, Flapper, Sting is the only wacky left, Sting is the only Wolfpack member left, and Fit Finley's the only WCW guy left, and they all have to face Flock members. Which is the interesting thing. So you got 3 Flock members, so some factions are going to get eliminated, could get eliminated by Flock members. Or maybe the Flock gets eliminated because all 3, Sting, Flapper, and Finley win. Who knows? We'll find out. If the Flock does go 3 for 3, that will guarantee a Flock member in the final, because Lodi and Reese are on the same side of the ladder. Same side of the challenge bracket, as you can see here. this top half of the bracket is actually the more diverse because we saw Wacky, Inland, and now Stinger is going on to the final four. One flock member down. Horace is out of here. Sting is going on. Sting's going to face Benji in the final four. One more match closer for Sting to keep that TV title without me having to move anybody around. Can he get past Benji, the Inland developer? We will find that out as we go into, we talked about Wacky versus Flock. Here it is. Flapper. Can she keep her representation of the Wackies alive? She's going to take on Lodi. As now they're down to 2 Flock members remaining. Can Lodi, who beat Hogan, go on to the final four? Of course, our final match will change to the 10-minute time limit and no countouts. So there will be either a countout or there would be a pinfall submission. Well, right now, Stinger still is in. He's got a submission finish. Finley is still in. He's got a submission finish. Let's look at the triple roster. Reese has the choke slam. Lodi's finisher.
Vertical suplex. Backbreaker. One. Keep kicked out.
Lodi's finisher is a Death Valley driver. So he has a regular move, whereas Sting and Finley have submission. So basically it'll be pinfall, submission, or time limit, stamina, the deciding factors. There will be no ring out in the final round. Flapper having a great showing here. She's not too good in the last couple. I believe she basically went 1 round or so, if anything, in the previous tournament. Yeah, Lodi's getting down, getting in trouble. He's going to need a run in to help him out. If you're watching this on Twitch, a little update, I do have a little bit of a period of, I'm on the turbo, I think, for Twitch. So some of my videos will be up for a little while before they will go, probably for like the next couple of weeks if you're watching this live. They'll still go up on YouTube and the scheduled time, but you'll have a little bit more extended time to tune in on Twitch. You can still coincide if you don't want to go to Google. And Lodi goes on to the final four. Lodi Sweep still alive. Unfortunately for Flapper, the Wackies are out of here. So that means one flock member in the Final Four. Will we be guaranteeing a flock member in the finals? We will find that out right now. The only person who begs to differ is the only other champion, real TV champion in the game's history, and he actually held the title before this game was released, and that is Fit Finlay, and he will take on Reese. WCW versus Flock. Yeah, you can pretty much, you look at Reese's image on the select screen and this is very similar, outfit-wise. I thought there would be something out in the WCW media, but apparently I can't seem to find it. I don't think it was on an episode of Saturday Night or Worldwide, when Worldwide he got interviewed or anything like that. Because you would watch Worldwide back in 98, you'd have Goldberg getting interviewed, and he wasn't really doing much on WCW interviews on WCW TV proper, unless he was doing these taped interviews on Worldwide. I don't even know if he was doing the Your Next thing yet, at that time yet either. When in the beginning, when he was still Bill Goldberg, it was before he was getting any shot at Raven or anything like that. So now in the Final Four, only one inland developer, and the rest are going to be real wrestlers. Because Sting, Lodi, and these two. As here comes Kaz Hayashi to help out Fit Finlay. Kaz, who lost to Sting, is trying to help out his fellow WCW brethren and take down a Flock member. What a comeback from Finley. And he's going on to the round of 4. Final 4 for Fit Finley. Reese is out of here. No Wolfpack, no guaranteed flock member in the final yet. Finley's keeping WCW alive. And he's got a match with Lodi that's going to stand in his way. The only way to stop a Lodi sweep is name is Fit Finley. As we go into our final 4. As here is our inland developer once again on a run here, beating 2 wackies to now go on to face a real wrestler. Benji is going to take on the TV champion, the tentative TV champion right now, Sting.
Scissors. Chicken butt. The Frankensteiner. Head scissors. Frankensteiner!
Good to see the timer scam. Yes, it does. Sting is going to the finals. Sting will actually get a chance to defend his TV title. We'll find out who he will face. It will be either a flock member or it will be WCW on the other side. And so we go into that other match. Lodi. Can he complete the Lodi sweep? Gotta stop Fit Finley. The only other TV champion in the history of WCW. Mean Gene Okerlund doing a run in for Finley. New potential partner for Fit Finley. And unfortunately, the run for Lodi comes to an end. Fit Finley gets the 3 count thanks to Mean Gene Okerlund. So close to getting the Lodi sweep. And so that means that 2 TV champions will do battle for the TV title. As we are ready for the final match, as Sting would like to keep that logo right there on the bottom right. Keep that little belt there. Fit Finley wants to put it next to on that bottom right where there's nothing there by his elbow. Find out right here. And still a chance for Finley to get himself a tag team partner. He's been accumulating some names, but nobody has been able to capitalize. Still hasn't got the Jimmy Hart, Lee Marshall, or Disco Inferno run-ins yet. The thing is, WCW is so heavy set that you never know how things can go. And we'll find out here if that is the case. Sting doesn't have to worry about any tag team partners, so he's kind of playing with house money. He just needs to know about keeping that belt on his character select screen. And with no countouts, they got a lot of time outside the ring to do whatever they want. Sting has benefited from the countout in the last couple of matches, so he can get it. He won't be able to rely on that here. You can see the same with Lodi, because Lodi as well has had some matches where the countout was his best friend. He did decisively beat Hollywood Hogan, though.
The Frankensteiner! The Frankensteiner! Power bomb! Backbreaker! The Frankensteiner!
Also, as we mentioned, both of these wrestlers have submission finishers. Sting's got the Scorpion Deathlock, Finley's got the Crossface. Unfortunately, Finley does not have the Tombstone Piledriver, which was his actual finisher in WCW at the time. He has the death penalty, and he has the Russian leg sweep as his other move, as you just saw, basically. Then he's got the Stinger Splash and Scorpion Death Drop as his move. Basically his moves that he had in Nitro carried over. As as a good chunk of the WCW characters, the characters in WCW Nitro that are here, have sustained. Some have had some new moves added, like Booker T's got the Harlem Hangover as his finisher. Instead of using the beatdown that his finisher was in Nitro. And Stevie Ray now has his own finisher, and he doesn't use the beatdown either. His move now is a his move was a shoulder breaker as his finisher. The beatdown's actually like a regular move for him in the game. Booker doesn't even have the beatdown. He has the axe kick, but he doesn't have the beatdown. That's where he got the Harlem Hangover instead. Upgrade, definitely. And even Benoit got the cripple of crossface. He didn't have that as his finisher in Nitro. His finisher was diving headbutt. I think it was the crossface was fairly new for him at the time. But Eddie Guerrero had the frog splash. Alex Wright had the German suplex. They both have him here. Dean Malenko's got the Texas Cloverleaf. We've seen that a few times already.
Vertical suplex.
Hogan, Giant, Luger, DDT, Savage, Paul Nash. They all have the same finishers that they had in Nitro. Ultimo Dragon got his new finisher, the Dragon Sleeper. He didn't have that in Nitro, obviously, because he was a hidden character. Rey Mysterio Jr. has the
Frankensteiner.
has the Henning Flex. He didn't have that. He had, I think, a diving headbutt. He had diving headbutt in Nitro. Jericho obviously had the Lion Tamer. He didn't have that in Nitro. You know, Disco Inferno has the Chart Buster. He didn't have that in Nitro. I mean, the list goes on and on of how many guys who have finishers, Taco, that don't have them in Nitro. They're taking a lot of time outside the ring. They're basically taking advantage of the fact there's no count-out. Nobody's really made a move to try to get back in the ring. Sting has a little bit of an edge on Finlay on stamina, especially after those recent taunts that he did. Finlay's trying to chip back at it.
Backbreaker. The Frankensteiner.
Another Russian leg sweep by Finlay. Unfortunately, we don't have anybody watching this live on Twitch, so I'm probably going to see folks check out the VOD, checking out the VOD after the fact. Just the way of things I was able to schedule it.
Head scissors. Backbreaker. Backbreaker. scissors. The Frankensteiner.
Sting had the TV, ended up dropping it as Finley got the counter. Grapple.
Backbreaker.
Billy's got the microphone, trying to get some shots in on Sting to try to look. As here comes Kimberly Page to help out Finley. Actually, she's coming out to help out Sting. I forgot Kimberly has already got a tag team partner. Psychosis was her tag team partner, so she's in the Horsemen because that's the purgatory of all the established tag teams. I thought for a second she was coming to help out Finley, but I forgot their tag teams. She's already got a tag team. So she's helping out the Stinger. Finley's going to need to get some help if she wants to win this match. And here it is. Nitro Girl, Tigress, is coming to the aid of Fit Finley. So Fit Finley now has a potential tag team partner in the form of Tigress. Nitro Girl. Well, unfortunately, in this video, we will not establish any new tag teams. All the tag teams I had announced at the beginning of the video are going to be the established teams, and we're going to be finding out the rest. The rest of them will be determined. As unfortunately for Kimberly, unfortunately for Sting, now he's got no help in the form that Kimberly has already did the run-in, and there's 25 seconds remaining. He's going to go to a time limit. So Sting is going to have to really work to try to stay alive because Finley, now that Tigress has left the ring, Sting's got the edge, Finley's got the edge, and it's going to help his cause. He's taunting and he's expanding that gap more and more. And unfortunately for Sting, I don't think this taunt's going to do it. Finley is now your television champion. Sting fought on, but it was not enough. Sting is not the champion. Finley is now the TV champion. Thought we would not be able to have to change anything, but unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. And so, with that, your new television champion is Fit Finley. And that will conclude our singles tournaments in the WCW Thunder universe, as we now go on to tag teams, and that will be coming up soon enough.